Hi boys and girls. Today we are going to read about a tractor and a cow, a little calf. It's called Otis. This reminds me of our farm here because we got baby calves running all over. And Miss Barb's always out helping move the fence and open the fence and feed the cows, and the tractor's going and the skid loader's going. It's so fun on the farm. I know you guys like the farm too, so let's read about Otis. Quick, make sure my phone's turned down, boys and girls, so it don't bother us. All right, let's start with Otis. Let's make sure you guys can see the picture good, okay? I need to see what's better here. There once was a friendly little tractor. His name was Otis, and every day Otis and his farmer worked together, taking care of the farm they called home. Otis liked to work. But after working hard all day, Otis was ready to unwind and play. He would ride the rolling hills and skirt mud pond down by the corn. Look at, he's just spraying mud all over. He would leapfrog bales of hay and explode through the haystacks. Look at that. He's kind of a daredevil. He liked to have some fun and do some wild, crazy things. On occasion, he would chase a rabbit or play ring around the rosy with the ducks to the sound of his steady put, puff, puttity chuff. And sometimes at the end of the day, he would just sit under the apple tree and watch the farm down below. There's a good picture. Every night, tired but happy, Otis would puff into the little stall in the barn that was all his. One night, Otis was fast asleep. The farmer brought a beautiful baby calf into the barn. The calf bawled and bawled for her mother, but when the sleepy sound of a soft put, puff, puttity chuff came from the next stall, the scared little calf stopped bawling and drifted off to sleep. So when the baby cow would hear the tractor puttin', puttin', making some noise, the baby calf would go to sleep. From that day on, the calf started following the little tractor wherever he went. Put, puff, puttity chuff. She followed him over the rolling hills and down the mud pond. She was right behind him, leapfrogging the bales of hay. And the calf made their games of ring around the rosy all the better. Look at that, the tractor and the baby calf playing together. You see it good? Sometimes at the end of the day, the two of them would just sit together under the apple tree and watch the farm below. Otis loved his little calf, and the little calf loved Otis. Ooh, look at that big yellow tractor. And little Otis right here. If you look, Otis doesn't look very happy, does he? Let's read and see why. Make it so you can see the big tractor. I'm going to have to turn like this. Then one day, the farmer surprised everyone with a brand new yellow tractor. "Time to move out, Otis," the farmer said. He took Otis out of the little stall in the barn that was all his, and he parked him back behind the barn. Then he backed the big yellow tractor into the stall next to the little calf. Oh no, Otis got shoved out behind the barn and he's not next to his friend, the little cow, anymore. So look where he's at. Look at all the grass is growing. He's just sitting back there. He looks like old and junky now. That's too bad. But the little calf didn't like the big yellow tractor. He had a deep rumbling snore that shook the stall when he slept. There was no one to purr the little calf gently to sleep, no one to spend her days with. And Otis could not even see his farm as the weeds began to cover his tires. His friend often sat with him, but she could not get him to play like they did in the old days. Let's see this one. There's Otis kind of out on the... Trying to make sure you guys can see it. It was early summer when the farmer discovered a poster. Who has the prettiest calf in the land? Judges will decide at the county fair, and an award in fancy blue ribbon will go to the winner. The farmer knew the answer. He would show the little calf. But on the morning of the fair, the little calf was nowhere to be found. She had wandered down to the mud pond by the cornfield to cool off. When she was wading into the muddy water, her feet sank. With every step, she sank deeper and deeper and deeper. The little calf was stuck in the mud. Oh no, you guys gotta see this. Look. Just the little baby calf's head is all you can see. He was all the way in the water. Get the hands, the farmer shouted when he saw her. All the farmhands come running with their ropes. But the more they tugged, the more stuck the calf got. Oh no. If you guys can see right there, there's just a teeny bit of her head. Oh no. Get the big yellow tractor, the farmer shouted. He can save her. But the big tractor just scared the little calf. She sank in deeper and deeper. Nearby farmers began to gather. So all the other farmers that lived by were coming to see if they could help. Oh, the poor little cow. Here, there's even a fire truck there now. Then call the fire chief, Douglas, and the fire truck, the farmer shouted. They can save our little calf. But the sight of the big red fire truck startled the little calf, and she went in even deeper. The farmer was fit to be tied. If the farmhands and the big tractor and the fire chief Douglas and his fire truck couldn't save the little calf, who could? Oh, look at everybody on that farm's trying to help, and nobody can save the poor little cow. Poor little baby calf. Suddenly, the little calf's ears perked up. Over the hum of the growling crowd, there came a faint sound in the distance, a soft, rhythmic purr. Put, puff, puttity, chuff. The crowd turned and looked. Who do you think it is? Do you guys know? I think it's Otis. The sound became louder. Put, puff, puttity, chuff. And all at once, Otis puffed from around the barn. He turned and headed straight toward the mud pond. Look how the little calf lifted his ears and his head up. So excited. Little calf. Let's see what happens next. Otis puffed down the rolling hills and pulled right up next to the muddy water's edge. The calf heard her friend's puttering purr and bowed. Bah. It was something like a hello. Then to the sound of his gentle chuff and the amazement of all the people in the crowd, Otis slowly began to circle the pond. Circle the pond? I wonder what that is happening. He's like driving around it like when they played Ring Around the Rosie. Look at all the little trucks. Do you see how he's going around and around and around? Let's read and see. He circled and he circled, and the little calf turned and turned and turned, never taking her eyes off her friend. So as the tractor drove around the circle, the little calf kind of kept watching and trying to turn and watch his friend. I wonder what that did. With each ring Otis made around the mud pond, the muddy grip loosened until the calf was able to stumble out of the pond on her own. The two friends had found each other again. Look at that. The little tractor saved him. The big tractor couldn't. And the fire truck couldn't. And the farmer and all the farm workers couldn't. Only Otis could. Only little Otis. Otis led the calf right down the dusty road towards the village, and everyone threw flowers as they went, following them into town. It looked like a happy parade. No one needed a fancy blue ribbon to tell them that the calf was a special calf. Otis was a special tractor, and the two of them were special friends. The end. So, boys and girls, it doesn't matter if we have a shiny new car or shiny new clothes or the best toys there is. It doesn't matter. What matters is if you have friends and if you're a nice person and if you care about other people. Because Otis and the baby calf cared about each other and helped each other. They had a bond and they loved each other and wanted to help each other. So that's what's important in life. It's not always about who has the best of something. It's always about being nice and being the best that you could be. Have a great day, guys. I will see you tomorrow, Saturday, but I'm going to try to do one because I missed yesterday. So we'll see. Talk to you later. Bye.